Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Cogscast. My name is Clockwork, and this is me talking about random stuff for 10 minutes. First up, you may have noticed that you're currently watching me playing World of Warcraft. I would like to be savvy and say that I'm playing it and recording this at the same time. However, I'm not. I just tried that for ages and eventually gave up the idea for writing a script instead, because I can write but I can't conjugate my thoughts and play a game at the same time. And I'm a guy. We just can't multitask at all. I would have used a webcam and recorded myself talking into it if I owned a webcam, but I don't. So I went with footage of a moderately interesting but unexciting game and a voiceover. It'll do for now until I can get a webcam and do it properly anyway. Incidentally, I'm going to be doing a Let's Play series called Long Play of World of Warcraft in a few days, as soon as my copy of Cataclysm arrives in the mail. Why am I buying Cataclysm in the mail? Because for some reason it's about 10 quid cheaper to buy a copy from Amazon UK than it is to download it from Blizzard Direct. This kind of defeats the point of digital distribution, really. It's meant to be cheaper to buy digital downloads as it's quicker, cheaper and more money goes to the developers rather than the publishers, but here I am getting a better deal by buying online. Go work that one out if you will. Anyway, yeah. Playthrough Wowcatter level 1 to 85 Worgen. Undecided on the class yet, but I want to be an English werewolf, and voice acting the NPC sounds like a lot of fun, so I'm going to give it a go. My Wowcatter playthrough, however, will be only one of multiple gameplay series I'm going to be trying to cast over the next few weeks. I know WoW is old hat now, but I played every expansion up to the Lich King, went off it for a while, and now I'm thinking I may as well go back in for Cataclysm to see the changes they made to Azeroth, and then hit up Kung Fu Panda, the MMO. Did I just say that? I meant Pandaria. When they release Pandaria, definitely not Kung Fu Panda the MMO, just because it's got pandas in it in an oriental setting, doing Kung Fu. That doesn't make it Kung Fu Panda the MMO. Presently, I am sitting in my room, intermittently watching Castle and washing down caffeine pills with lemon squash. Did you know that? Seriously, I mean, did you know that caffeine comes in pills now? Bought like a box of 48 50mg tabs. It was about 1/3 per pill what's in a 250ml can of Red Bull. I've been taking like 2 or 3 a day all week. I mean, it makes me nice and hyper and everything, but when coming down I get all moody and slightly paranoid, which makes me wonder about the wisdom of continuing to take them, but yeah. My normal caffeine intake is like 1 Red Bull in the morning just to get me going like. So, cutting down on the caffeine pills might be an idea before I need to go to rehab. Yeah. Moving on, the main point of this here vlog is so I could discuss video production on my channel. For those of you who got here by other means, I just posted my first news VOD on my channel about Mass Effect 3, although it's nothing to shout about because it's not very good. It was too long, had too much information in it, took way too long to produce, I talked way too fast, and was late. It was very late. I posted it like a week after the release in the US, and most of the content was all about the demo and the pre-release news. So yeah, I mean, no one's going to want to watch it. So I mean, no one that could go and actually like watch proper gameplay. What I should have done was do a 5 to 10 minute show about that day's news stories, rather than try to be clever and do a roundup of all the newest and AAA release news, like the guys I've researched do. I mean, you go look at some guys like SourceFed, The Force Feed, Press Out to Continue, all short to the point, all well-spoken presenters, but for some reason I thought doing a 30-minute news show on one game would be like the best thing to put together. I was wrong. On the other hand, I've never seen any pro YouTuber say my first video ever was the best one I've ever done. Quite the contrary, actually. I normally see I can't watch my first ever video anymore because it was so unbelievably dreadful. Just awful. So, yeah, maybe it's best taken as a learning experience and just move on from there. Move on where, though, is the question. Casting games... The professional, they cast games and they make it look so easy, but it's actually very difficult. You can play a game, and I'm rather good at games, so I can master most games pretty quickly. But talking at the same time, being witty or covering what the game's actually about, that's a lot harder than you actually think it is. Obviously putting in something after the fact, post-edit script that only looks like it was done in one playthrough on the spur of the moment, that's how you can get past that. but aside from the fact that it doesn't look natural, because you can't move the camera around in sync with what you're actually talking about, it's difficult to come up with information about the actual game. Okay, researching the game, talking about its merits and gameplay, that's easily done, but putting in humour and casting, it is a completely different box of frogs entirely. From Monday, I'm going to try doing a daily news show, however, where I research it in the morning and then produce and upload the content in the afternoon and evening. See if I can't limit myself to like 5-10 minutes, include just that day's stories, and then do that like every weekday. Maybe I can make that work. I mean to try anyway. I'm also going to try doing a vlog 3 times a week and get a webcam eventually, because as I said, I feel it looks better than simply adding in gameplay. Although Total Biscuit, he uses gameplay, and that looks pretty good, but I prefer the way like Dodger Lee does her vlog show, like sitting in front of it, getting facial responses, reactions, that sort of thing. Obviously I need to get better at casting before that'll really work though. Over the weekend I'm also going to try and make a couple of other shows, including a Let's Play of Bastion on the PC and some videos on games development. For those of you who don't know, I'm a trained games developer, or more accurately a games designer. I know how to write games design documents, pitch games to publishers, and even something on writing games engines, although primarily my skills lie in design over programming. I thought it might be something of a unique series to record the design and development of an actual indie game in real time. It wouldn't take any longer to make than a Let's Play, for example, of Skyrim, and people might like to see how it's done. Plus I can get feedback from the community on how I should make my game, like fan-based feedback. Also, with the recent spate of games developers getting public funding from crowdsourcing websites such as Kickstarter, maybe I could even get some money to buy professionally made assets for the game. I can write and imagine anything I like basically, but I've never been much of an artist or a musician, so I could use some help there. The game I've currently got in mind isn't anything too difficult, just a 2.5D side-scrolling combat platformer for the PC. Think Soul Calibur meets Super Mario Bros. Probably. The setting is something completely unique though, it's not something anyone else has ever thought of, I can guarantee you that. But I'm not going to tell anyone what it is because I want it to be a surprise when it comes out, but I think it'll be pretty epic. I'm calling the game Project Anthropomorph, make of that what you will. It'll be written in C++ and we'll use DirectX. I could use something like Source or Unreal 3, but I've written my own games engine called Cogliostro and want it to be mine, if you follow me. I mean, those are great and everything, and I know a couple of others that work in some ways better than those, but this is my game and I know my own work and would rather work with Cog than these others. I mean, those other engines would probably do a better job of rendering and physics and that kind of thing, but it's my game. I want to be the one who builds it. More information on that will be in the Cogworks video series I'll be putting together shortly, but for the moment I think that'll about do for this vlog. Hopefully I'll be posting news and some gameplay on Monday, if I can just get the work done over the weekend. Yeah, if you happen to still be watching, please leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and come back Monday for more. Cheers people, have a great day.